I see. When I get up.
Yeah, you guys can all take turns.
Take turns.
Right.
Oh God, no.
It may sound strange, but I honestly don't remember my first impression of Jerry. I just know he has always been loud, boisterous, and talkative. These aren't necessarily bad qualities, made obvious by the fact that they are the reasons behind some of Jerry's greatest accomplishments. Jerry's central interest while at the Met has been cooking, specifically baking. I remember in 9th grade that Jerry was always bringing in treats to share with the advisory. Brownies, cookies, and cakes of all sorts. His first internship was at the restaurant Nick's on Broadway with chef Derek Wagner. His was the first internship setup I had ever done. I was very worried about Jerry doing a good job because he was a 9th grader with no internship experience, and I had secured the internship through a personal contact. To my delight, Jerry performed well there. He learned about prepping food, taking inventory, and even was able to design his own brownie recipe. Derek challenged Jerry, and theirs was one of the first good mentor-student relationships I witnessed. Jerry also bonded with the other staff at Nick's, but after 2 years, he decided to try something different. Jerry's next foray was in the video gaming field with Pariah Games. He took the initiative this time. After some initial resistance, he traveled to Newport each week by bus. There, Jerry gained a whole new group of friends and was able to work with students who shared his interest. He eventually petitioned to start a video gamer group with students at the Providence campus. Jerry emerged as a leader of this group, heading morning meetings and tracking student work and progress for the mentor and advisors when they were not present. This year, Jerry, you struggled to find an internship, and after months of searching, it was obvious you were getting discouraged. Deciding to join the E360 program was one of the best things you could have done. There, you gained a new kind of work ethic. You excelled in the class, improved your presentation skills, and I saw a noticeable increase in your confidence. This is where your talking skills came into play. Jody suggested you become her personal intern. You were in charge of contacting business owners and donors in order to raise money for the new E-Center building. I had never seen you move so quickly before. You ran around campus, attending meetings, mailing letters, and writing emails. Jody consistently praised your work and made it clear that you had made her job much easier. Jerry, I want to apologize for constantly nagging and yelling at you. It was only because I genuinely care about you and know you have so much potential for success. Something I have always admired about you is your vivid imagination. Although you may sometimes come off as nosy, you have a genuine concern for everyone in the advisory and just want to make sure they are okay and doing what they are supposed to. You're not afraid to like the things you like or share them with others, even if it means shoving an iPod or laptop in their face while playing a YouTube video.
Yes.
That's so true.
I will never forget dancing with you at the Snowball in 9th grade.
Oh my God.
You are a rare kind of teenager. You don't seem to focus on what other people think of you. I am so proud of the fact that no matter what situation you find yourself in, you remain uniquely you. Don't ever change that.
Hi guys, my name is Tisha. First, I want to say that I'm very honored that Jerry has chosen me to introduce him, although I have to say it's not a surprise. Jerry, these past 4 years with you have, wait a minute, okay. These past 4 years with you have definitely changed the way I look at having a good time. Let me just say that you are one of the only people who can turn my frown upside down in a heartbeat, even if you're being so annoying about it. In college, I will miss you constantly distracting me from doing my work and making me watch the most random videos or looking at a picture that is completely inappropriate for the time being, or for any time at that matter. I will miss having somebody to laugh at all my jokes, even when they aren't funny. I will miss your nagging and your spit giving me a nice refreshing shower. But most of all, I will miss you in general. You have come a long way since freshman year, and I'm so proud of you for accomplishing as much as you have. I know that you will become very successful and that you will not be at home every day playing video games. Who knows, maybe one day you'll get to live your dream and I'll be walking down the street on a cold winter day and end up seeing a hot chocolate truck. Never say never. All in all, Jerry, you are simply one of a kind and I love you.
All right. Gerald Burns, Middlemiss the Fourth. That's you. When I first met Jerry, I didn't really like him that much. I was a quiet and reserved kind of kid, and he was very, very loud and kind of got on my nerves. But now, I'm happy to say that he's my closest friend, and he's always been there for me whenever I needed him. I'm happy that I had the opportunity to have shared my high school experience with you and your amazing family that I have also grown to love as my own. We've shared some crazy experiences together, and now we stand here as men, brothers, and soon-to-be graduates. I'm proud to say, I already said that, oops, sorry guys. Okay, I know you will make it very far in life, and I do want you to know that I love you like the brother that I've never had the opportunity to have. Finally, I want to end this with an inside joke. Yes, they most likely put the peas inside of the toothpaste. Now I would like everyone to give a warm round of applause for Gerald Burns, Middlemiss the Fourth.
So, in the beginning of my vow speech, I put that I'm an emotional person, so I might start tearing up, but I think it's kind of late for that. All right. Thank you. All right. So my STP was to help my LTI mentor, Jody Woodruff, with her feasibility study, which is raising money for the new e-center. I mailed letters out to a couple hundred people, and also help out with anything else that she wanted to get done. I also helped improve the e-center from building and moving furniture to helping the various business owners there. My research paper is about how powerful, sorry, I can't use my glasses and talking to this thing at the same time. It's like too short. My research paper is about how powerful a tool communication can be. I've interviewed multiple businesses owners after reading the book, What They Don't Teach You at Harvard Business School, to see if their views on communication match the book and the author's opinion on it. All of which match the author's views, stating that communication is a staple in the foundation of a successful business. When I first came to the Met, I was so nervous walking through the big glass doors. I had in my head the picture of your typical movie high school. I figured that either I was going to get started, I was going to get started down or completely ignored, which wasn't the truth. In reality, I immediately started making friends. I remember how the process went. Hello, you're my new best friend. Just a random stranger I didn't know at all in front of me in the lunch line. Now I'd like to say I've matured into a proper young man with his life held perfectly together. I'd like to say that, but I can't. I am still that immature boy that walked through these doors. That part of me hasn't changed. But while I didn't lose that part of myself, I learned more about it. I've discovered that the person is who I am and that I won't change. I've also come to realize...
We're trying with you.
Give me a fan.
It's really fun.
I've also come to realize that the people who truly appreciate me have loved me even though I might get on their nerves every once in a while. Try all the time, but whatever. I remember the second or third camping trip we went on. Maddie was new to the advisory at that time, and Dan broke out the sumo wrestler outfit. I remember half of the advisory had to sleep outside because we ran out of tents. I also remember everyone hanging their coats on that rusted out metal bar, chilling in the middle of the fire pit. Those were some of the most hilarious times ever, and I wouldn't trade those times for anything. Sorry. Tisha. You're so crazy. Oh, it's a good time to try to say all these funny things while I'm crying. It's not gonna work. I swear, if it weren't for you, I'd have to laugh at my own jokes all day just to make it through. Thanks to you, I've never had to do that, though I do it anyway. My entire life, I've thought I was the funniest person I was ever going to meet, and then you came into my life and switched that up quite a bit. Several inside jokes have been thrown around the advisory because of us. From the ghetto accents to the nasty faces, everyone in the advisory has tried to cop our style at least once. We are going to different colleges, and I might not see you again for years at a time. But just remember that every time I see you, I'm going to ask you, Chew? Stephanie. I'll never forget the billions of rides you've given me throughout the years. When my mom didn't feel like doing it. I also won't forget tapping you on the shoulder like mad, or having an entire conversation only for you to take out your headphones and say, what? Stephanie, you are one of the people that I've hung out with the most. You're also one of the people I'll miss the most. I forgive you for thinking you're too good for CCRI, because you are. I know for a fact you'll go on to save multiple lives. Who knows, maybe one day you'll have to save mine. I hope not. But anyway, after this, you think you can give me a ride real quick? Jacob. I remember when we first met you. You got so mad that we called you by your real name. For some reason, you wanted us to call you Eric, so we all went along with it. Eric. I've probably, no, definitely, spent the most time with you out of everyone in the advisory. Probably more than Tisha and Stephanie put together, which says something. You practically lived in my house for months at a time. That with going to camp last year and this year, I can honestly say that you were my best friend. And I know we'll stay in contact somehow. I mean, you're going to live with me. Gavin. Poppy. Essay. Whatever your name is. I remember in freshman year, everyone thought you were one of the creepiest people ever. Sitting with your chubby self in the corner of the room, staring at people with your headphones on. Now, whether you're smacking somebody around or writing an essay on someone's important piece of work, somebody is laughing at you. I remember the first time I started talking to you on the camping trip, when everyone split to do their own thing, and we just sat on the picnic table, bashing on everyone in our advisory. All I know is over the years, you've changed the most, and for the better. From the chubby creep in the corner of the room, to the social creep in the middle of the room. I'm going to miss having an essay written all over my work. Sully. I remember I used to hate you so much in freshman year, and I still do. Back when Alex wore his soccer shorts looking like some LaSalle attendee, we would run around the gym trying to lose you, and you'd get so pissed, and you would follow us around. Like Gavin, you changed for the better. Lost tons of weight, and you were loved by most, if not all, of the advisory, especially by me. Henry, even though you were a loser and didn't take a picture with us on our senior trip, the advisory still loves you. I would say I know we'll stay in contact somehow, and that we are going to stay and be close friends after we graduate. But for some reason, I think you're going to go to California and hang out with Cass and G or something and leave everybody behind. So what I will say is I hope we stay in contact somehow. It sucks that you won't ever be in that apartment we were talking about renting with all the guys in freshman year. Alex, you were my best friend the first 6 months of freshman year. We were the whitest kids in the room, and we sort of just gravitated towards each other. Then one day I woke up, and you were a long-haired skater boy wearing skinny jeans. We just randomly split apart from each other. So I myself am greedy and would say you changed for the worse, because we used to be such good friends. But you ended up making more friends than just me, and we still hang out, so obviously you haven't. We just aren't friends like we used to be, and that's fine. Everybody changes throughout high school. Yale. I love you. Always, forever. Near or far. Closer together. Everywhere I will be with you. Anything. Okay. I remember standing at the bus stop with you when I was like 11, 12 years old. At first we made each other laugh sometimes, but we grew apart and got on each other's nerves. Now we've grown back together, and every day at lunch I'm waiting for you to start screaming about going to the beach and you're stuck in front of people. Your laugh is literally something I'll miss the most out of anything in the advisory. I don't know how I'll find anything funny without you making, wait, what? Sorry. Without you making whack, hilarious jokes. That makes no sense, okay. I didn't catch that, I guess. All right. I've had a lot of help and support over the years. I've been helped by every staff member in Justice, from Carrie, with her peaceful demeanor and positive outlook, helping me with everything from my college essays to my various research papers. I was one of the few people in the advisory that actually looked forward to your writing classes. To think someone as kind-spirited and calm as you drives a motorcycle just blows my mind. On the opposite end of the spectrum is my mentor, Jody Woodruff, who unfortunately couldn't make it today, who is loud and enthusiastic at all times. She doesn't just light up a room, she blows it away with her presence. Meanwhile, Jody drives a Prius. I think you two might be mixed in the vehicle department. Either way, the both of you, although so different, have been some of the biggest influences during my time at the Met. Jody teaching me the art of running a business and how to carry myself in front of professionals, and, even if I don't, look like I know what I'm doing. I have probably gathered my most important life skills over my course of my time at the Met from you, Jody, and I can't express how grateful I am to have been your intern. Stephanie Fanning, who also isn't here. You have helped me so much this year. Honestly, I would have no idea what I'm doing with my life after high school. Like, I would probably never have even filled out financial aid and would have ignorantly gone to Southern New Hampshire University and been screwed. After long phone conversations and a lot of confusion on my part, you saw me through. And without you, I probably would have given up on college altogether. The Met needs to give you a raise or something. Mom and Dad. Next. Oh gosh, okay. I'm so glad that if I said that you two were never there for me and didn't provide for me, I would be lying. You guys have dealt with my overdramatic self throughout all these years, and I don't know how. You guys have stopped talking to people who used to be very close to you because you have supported me over them. I know I don't tell you much about my life at school, and it isn't because I don't love you. It's just because I honestly don't have much to say. And when I did, I told you about them. So anyway, now is the perfect time to tell you guys. I'm never moving out and I'm going to mooch off of you for the rest of my life.
Oh, hell no.
All right.
We didn't tell you we packed your room and hired the movers.
Kaitlyn, If there was a number large enough to accurately describe the amount of times you yelled at me for showing the advisory YouTube videos, or for talking with Tisha and laughing insanely loud for a long period of time, I would have never in my life... Wait, what? It would be a pretty big one. I would never in my life ask for another advisor, like ever. You are easily my favorite teacher, and it's about time, since my last favorite teacher was like from the 3rd grade. I mean, you're like a second mother to me. When I go to school, I call you Mom by accident. When I go home, I call my mom Kaitlyn. Life is going to feel so wrong calling another person my teacher. I will definitely be coming to see your new freshman advisory and put them in place for you. You and Stephanie can go to Hawaii with your bonuses you both need. And if I didn't talk about you, I apologize, but realizing I could talk about people was a little last minute, so this kind of was put together at the end of the day. Well, not today, but you know. So if you came, and I know who you are, you know I love you, and odds are I'm going to be coming back to the Met to visit and distract you guys when you're busy trying to graduate. Thank you guys for coming to my vow speech.
The Metropolitan Regional Career and Technical Center, on behalf of the state of Rhode Island, certifies this diploma to Gerald Middlemas IV, who has shown a commitment to learning, achieved all individual goals, and met requirements for the completion of high school. Jerry's now going to sign his diploma along with his dad, his mom, and anybody else you want to sign it. Oh, Kaitlyn, of course.
Yeah, Jerry.
Can you even see?
Yeah.
It's a trap.
I know.
I can't roll it.
This is going to be like the flowers with the background, yeah. So we could have parents to